Hello everyone and good evening. Welcome to our channel. My name is Davinder and I am your finance mentor. Okay, in this session we are targeting the MCQ series of finance. We are targeting SEBI grade A examination. ये session हमेशा रोज 4 बजे होता है, right? 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. right? And we are going to conduct more MCQ series for another subjects as well, like commerce and accountancy and companies account and so on and so forth, right? So I hope आप सबको इसके बारे में पता होगा. एंड नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन द फाइनेंस एमसीक्यू series. In this session we are going to have 25 MCQ that are going to help you in your exam preparation, right? Tell me that everything is fine with the audio and the video so that we can start with the session. Good evening everyone. Just quickly give me a confirmation that everything is fine. You can hear my voice and everything is fine. The video is okay. All good? You can hear my voice clearly? Hello, hello. Okay, audio is fine. Okay. Okay, thanks for the confirmation. Now we are beginning with the MCQ series, right? Question number one. Question number one, it says which of the following mutual fund was first private sector mutual fund in India? Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Thank you. I think something is wrong with my system only. That is the reason I'm not able to hear my voice. It's okay, we can continue. I think everything is fine. Yes. Good evening, Kushagra. Okay, so we are talking about question number one. I said which of the following mutual fund was first private sector mutual fund in India. Now this is a very factual question and very interesting fact that you must know about it, right? So right answer is yes, B is the right answer. That is Kothari Pioneer is the right answer in this case. Okay, good everyone, good. Question number two, NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India, has developed an immediate real-time payment system that enables instant transfer of funds between two bank accounts through a mobile platform at any time. What is the system called? Okay, this is a very easy question. We all know what is the answer, right? Great everyone, right. So B is the right answer. UPI, that is Unified Payment Interface. This is we can say a payment tool, an infrastructure that allows us to make instant payment from account to account. Great. Question number 3. As per the RBI's guidelines on NBFC P2P, what is the maximum loan amount that can be given to a single borrower by a single lender? Now this is a very important fact about NBFC P2P. Right? Again, this is a very factual question. Third, somebody says B. Great, good answer. Right, 50,000 is the limit for a single borrower by a single lender. A single lender can give up to 50,000 rupees of loan to a single borrower. And what is the overall cap? अगर मैं overall cap की बात करूं यहाँ पर, तब कितनी लिमिट होगी एक सिंगल lender की? A single lender can give a loan of up to how much rupees? Okay, so I'm getting a very late answers. तो मैं क्या करती हूँ आपको, you just take this as your homework. You will try to search that what is the overall cap for a single lender whenever they are going to give loan for NBFC P2P. We are moving ahead with question number 4. Who is credited with the coining term of animal spirits to describe investors' confidence in taking actions, especially in terms of investment? Now, this is a very interesting, we can say, terminology, or we can say many of the time, governor, RBI governor as well, and many economists also use this particular terminology while they are explaining that there is a lot of confidence in the market by the investors. Now, who coined this? Who is the person who originally coined this terminology? This is a very interesting fact. Let's see, many of you remember. Yes, John Keynes is the right answer. John Keynes is the right answer. Great, everyone. Good job. Question number 5. Question number 5. A committee was set up by Government of India in 2015 to study and evaluate the public-private partnership model in India. Who among the following chaired the committee? Again, a very important question, static question from your syllabus. What do you think is the right answer in this case? Yes. Right. Vijay Kelkar is the right answer. He is the one who chaired this committee of Triple P model in India. Himanshu, yes, this PDF will be available to you in the course. ठीक है, कोर्स में भी ये अवेलेबल होगा आपको ये PDF, right? And for the other students who are not yet enrolled with our SEBI crash course, right? You can access our this PDF of question answers. You can simply access it by using a link that is given in the description. In the description of this video, you can find one link, and under that link, you will be able to access this PDF and the answers as well, right? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Question number 6. Question number 6. Match the following ratios with their description. Now there are particular ratios 1, 2, 3, 4. Current ratio, interest coverage ratio, return on equity, inventory turnover ratio. And this second column tells you the description of the ratio. You have to match the ratio with their respective description. Question number 6, what do you think is the right answer in this case? Right, C is the right answer. Let's just read out it. Current ratio. Current ratio is assesses the ability to cover the short-term liability with the current assets. This is true. Interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio evaluates the ability to cover the interest payment, the upcoming interest payment. What is our ability to pay that? So name of the ratio has been named like so. Interest coverage ratio. Return on equity. Indicate the proportion of net income to the shareholders' equity. Right? We are comparing shareholders' equity with their net income. Inventory turnover ratio measures how effectively a company uses its inventory to generate the sales. Good, everyone. Question number 6, C is the right answer. Great job, everyone. So question number 7, it says Government of India has facilitated Triple P sector by offering several incentives. Which of the following is not an initiative taken by Government of India for Triple P? Right? So Government of India have launched various schemes in order to promote the PPP model in our economy. How many of these, or we can say among these options, which one is not one of the initiative of Government of India? I'm getting answers. 7th D. Yes, true. Right, P2P lending is not an initiative, or we cannot say that this is a particular model that is promoting the PPP model of economy. Right, this is a simple borrowing and lending platform that is there, that is helping the MSMEs and helping the, we can say, small borrowers or lenders to lend their money or borrow money from this particular platform of P2P. Right? This is not an initiative that is being initiated by the Government of India in order to promote the public-private partnership. Great. Question number 8. Consider and identify the correct statement. They are asking about the correct statement with regards to SEBI. So the first statement said it was established in 1992, was headquartered in Lucknow. It was principal financial institution for promotion, financing and development of MFIs. NABARD as well as LIC hold ownership in the SEBI's capital. So what do you think is the right statement in this case? हमें right यानी कि correct statement को identify करना है. Very easy question. So basically the first statement is incorrect. Why? Because the year of establishment is wrong here. SEBI was established in 1990. And what is wrong with the second statement? This is not for MFIs, microfinance institutions. This is incorrect. They are targeting MSMEs, right? So this becomes incorrect. But which one is the correct? NABARD as well LIC holds ownership in the SEBI capital, right? So this is true. Along with that, there are many other, we can say stakeholders as well in the SEBI. So in this case, C is the right answer. Question number 9. There is an assertion and reason pattern of this question. Let's just read out what does assertion says. It says employee stock option plans lead to dilution of existing shareholders equity. ठीक है. Reason क्या दिया है इसका? ESOP increase the number of shares in the circulation. Do you think it is the right reason for the assertion? Let's see many of you actually know the concept of ESOP in a correct way or not. Question number 9. Ninth का B. Both A and R are true. But R is not a correct explanation for A. No, this is incorrect. So basically, they are saying it correctly. First statement देखते हैं क्या कह रहा है. ESOP leads to dilution of existing shareholders equity. This is true. ESOP से क्या होता है? Extra shares issue किए जा रहे हैं. Extra shares issue किए जा रहे हैं. Right? तो उससे नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स तो पर्टिकुलरली जो सर्कुलेशन में है वो तो इंक्रीज होंगे. द रीजन इज राइट. द रीजन इज करेक्ट. एक्स्ट्रा शेयर्स जब होंगे तो पर इक्विटी पर शेयर होल्डर का ओनरशिप जरूर कम हो जाएगा. पर शेयर होल्डर का ओनरशिप कम हो जाएगा. एंड दिस इज व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय डिल्यूजन ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर्स इक्विटी. मान लीजिए इसे एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ हम लेके चलते हैं. सपोज there are 1000 shares. There are 1000 shares. ठीक है. और कंपनी ने क्या किया? कंपनी ने कहा आई एम गोइंग टू इशू मोर ESOPs. इसके अलावा 1000 शेयर्स के अलावा आई एम गोइंग टू इशू सम मोर ESOP से 100 शेयर्स या फिर ESOPs इशू किए जा रहे हैं टू एम्प्लॉयज. And all these employees have exercised their ESOP. That means they all have bought this ESOP. Now, earlier the total number of shares were 1000. Now the total number of shares have increased. It has reached to 1100. That means now the per shareholder and their ownership in the overall company have reduced. This is what do we mean by that their ownership, or we can say their shareholder equities have been diluted. That this has been reduced. ठीक है. चलो आगे चलते हैं. So in this case, A is the right answer. Question number 10. Again, assertion and reason pattern से question आपसे पूछा गया है. It says assertion, an increase in the CRR, that is cash reserve ratio, can lead to a tightening of the money supply. रीजन क्या दिया है? The higher CRR means banks have to hold a greater proportion of their deposits as reserves, reducing their lending capacity. So what do you think is the right answer in this case? CRR, we read about CRR on a daily basis in our current affairs as well. And then again, CRR, it's a very important key terminology in finance itself. So I hope you know what is CRR, cash reserve ratio. Yes, A is the right answer. Great, everyone. A is the right answer because whenever a CRR requirement has been increased by the RBI for the Indian banking system, the banks have to maintain larger reserves with themselves. So whatever money they have kept, they might have used that in the investment in loans or giving it to somebody for investment, right? But now they are not going to give that money for loans. They are going to give that money or keep that money as a reserve with themselves. So again, this is a tightening of money supply. The people, the individuals, the companies are not going to get enough money, and that applying for loans are not going to be easy for them, right? Because banks do not have money with themselves. They have to maintain the regulatory requirement of CRR. Question number 11. Consider and identify the correct statement with regards to National Housing Bank. Let's just read out the statements very carefully. It says, presently NHB is not a wholly owned subsidiary of RBI. Rather, it is completely owned by Government of India. Second statement says, regulation and supervision of housing finance companies is undertaken by NHB. NHB Residex is India's official housing price index with current base year of financial year 17 to 18. NHB Residex does not only provide the housing price index but also includes land price indices, building materials prices indices, and housing rental index. Yes. What do you think? Question number 11. You all say D, that is 1, 3 and 4. 1, 3 and 4. Right. You all are correct. Good, everyone. So basically, why second statement is incorrect? Why second statement is incorrect? Because the regulation of the housing finance company is done by the RBI, while the supervision of them are being done by the NHB. So very good clarity. ये बहुत अच्छी clarity है जो आपके पास है. We are going to write it here for all of you. The regulation is being done by whom? Regulation of HFCs are being done by the RBI, but the supervision is being done by NHB. Great, everyone. D is the right answer. Question number 12. Dash is an over-the-counter financial contract between two parties to lock in an interest rate for a loan or deposit to be made at future date. It typically involves large bank corporations as a counterparties. The gain of one party is offset by the loss of another, making it zero-sum game. So tell me what contract they are talking about, right? You have to identify the derivative. Currently in this question they are talking about. Question number 11. Question number 11 is static based or general awareness. It's static. It is static in nature. Yes. Question number 12. Okay, I'm getting different answers. Somebody says C, somebody says D, somebody says E. C. देखिए, D is the right answer in this case. Forward rate agreement. देखिए मैंने कैसे आइडेंटिफाई किया. Let's just read out the definition very carefully. Now this is very important. Finding a right answer in this case could be very difficult because जो आपको statement दिए क्वेश्चन में that is very tricky. Let's just highlight the keywords. Let's just highlight the keywords that will help me identify the derivatives. देखिए यहाँ पर क्या लिखा है? It's a over the counter financial contract. सिर्फ एक ही तरह का डेरिवेटिव है जो कि ओवर द काउंटर किया जाता है, विच इज एट अ फ्यूचर डेट, right? There is only forward contract that is done over the counter. That means why forward rate agreements are generally customized in nature. They are of high value and they have higher risk. So that is the reason they are not conducted over the exchanges. They are over the counter contracts. So this is one place where I get to know that this is something related to forward rate agreements. Now this thing, that the gain of one party is offset by the loss of another. This is true. The trade, or we can say the agreement that is being signed by both the parties is working like that. Whenever there is a gain for one party, the another party loses. That is the reason the other party is gaining that money, right? So they are talking about here, what they are talking about, the functioning of the forward rate agreement. From this I get to know, yes, this answer is forward rate agreement. Okay, chalo. Question number 13. Consider and identify the incorrect statement. Read the question very carefully. Now they are targeting the incorrect statement. आपको incorrect बतानी है, ना ही correct वाली. Right? So let's just read out the statements very carefully. It says, no frills accounts are essentially basic bank account to facilitate the poor and promote financial inclusion. Question number, statement number 2, under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, life cover of rupees 30,000 is payable on death of the beneficiary. Statement number 3, under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, an overdraft facility is provided to holder after satisfactory operation of account of 3 months. Statement number 4, Mudra was set up by RBI in 2015 to provide loans at low rate to microfinance institutions. Question number 13. Okay, Elston just highlighted one point. Is he or she says that, ma'am, even interest rate swaps too are over the counter. You are right about it. You might get confused here. You might have get confused here that they are talking about the interest rate, right? But interest rate, the swap, we can say the interest rate swaps are generally done on a, we can say, on a immediate basis. It's not like on a future date we are going to swap it. We are entering into an agreement in order to swap the interest rate immediately, right? It is not something happening in the future date. But now as they have targeted the future date here, the future date always involved in the future contracts or the forward contracts. ठीक है? इसीलिए the answer is forward rate agreement in this case. Yes, so we were targeting question number 13. Many of you have answered. It says C. C means 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4 is incorrect. Okay, why the second statement is incorrect? Because the life cover is not 30,000, it is more. How much it is? It is 2 lakh. 2 lakh, right? And the overdraft facility is provided to the holder if the account operation are satisfactory for 6 months. So this becomes incorrect. And then Mudra was set up by RBI. No, this was set up by Government of India in 2015. Right? So in this case, yes, you all are right. Option number C is correct. Great. You have done a great job. Good, everyone. Question number 14. The anchor investors are institutional investors like sovereign wealth fund, mutual fund and pension funds who are allotted shares. This is done to boost the popularity of the issue and thus provide confidence to the potential IPOs investors. What is the other name of anchor investor? Very interesting question. Himanshu, the answer and the explanation for the answer would be there in the another PDF. That is, I'm going to provide you through that link. Okay, तो answer की there is a different PDF and for question there is a different PDF. Okay, both the PDF will be provided to you for the same. Okay, from that also, if you are reading it after the class, you can have that clarity that why this particular option or something is incorrect or correct, right? तो क्वेश्चन के आपको explanation और correct answer आपको साथ के साथ उसमें दे दिया जाएगा, right? Yes, cornerstone investor is the right answer in this case. Good, everyone. E is not a correct answer. Pre-IPO investors is not a correct answer in this case. Question number 15. RBI Integrated Ombudsman Scheme 2021 adopts one nation, one ombudsman approach by making RBI's ombudsman mechanism jurisdiction neutral. Which of the following is or are features of the scheme? First, resolve the customer grievances involving deficiency in the services, resolve the complaints raising general grievances against the management or executive of RE, facility for real-time tracking of the status of the complaint. Yes. Question number 15. Somebody says E. No, E is not a right answer in this case. See, many of the complaints that are being registered with the RBI Ombudsman are not generally, we can say, treated by the RBI Ombudsman because they are being classified as non-maintainable. Many of the general grievances are being rejected by the RBI Ombudsman, considering it as that RAs would be able to resolve such kind of grievances, and these are very general in nature. These are not meant for the RBI Ombudsman. So that is the reason the second statement is incorrect and first and third statement is correct. So what is the right answer in this case? B is the right answer, right? So it's not like that all the general grievances, even the general grievances of the management and the executive of the REs are being resolved here, right? They are being generally meant for the REs itself. REs are the one or responsible for the same. If still REs now are not solving that, we can say that particular issue, then customer can complain that yes, this is the issue with this bank, that every time we are going for a general grievances, they are not solving my problem, right? Now that is a different kind of complaint, but for general grievances you cannot just register your complaint in the RBI Ombudsman. So B is the right answer. Question number 16. The dash primarily deals with income payments and transfers, whereas dash primarily records the international borrowing and lending activities. So what is the right type of account here? Question number 16. Yes, C is the right answer. Current account and capital account. Good, everyone. Great job. Question number 17. IRA, that is Indian REITs Association, is a non-profit trade organization formed under the guidance of SEBI and Ministry of Finance. This association is committed to advance the growth and development of real estate investment trusts, that is REIT sector in India. When was this association was established? Now this is a very, we can say, static question, factual question, और इस तरह के question हमने past year analysis में भी देखा था that this kind of question has been asked wherein they are simply asking you for the establishment year. Now that is the reason that these kind of questions have been asked in the MCQ series a lot, so that आपको याद भी हो जाए, right? If you haven't watched our PYQ session for the PYQ analysis for this finance section in the SEBI grade examination, you can watch that. That is available in the YouTube itself. That is freely available to all of you. You can watch that for a better clarity in the finance section. Right. Question number 17, E is the right answer, 2023. Great. आगे चलते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 18. अ बॉन्ड विद अ फेस वैल्यू ऑफ 1000 रुपीज विद अ कूपन रेट ऑफ 7% and a market price of 950, what is going to be the current yield? Now this is a application based question. Application based question like such are being asked in your past year papers as well, right? So this is again very important and very easy question. I hope आप सबको पता होगा current yield और bond price में क्या relationship है and how do we calculate the current yield, right? तो मैं आपको यहां पर सॉल्व करती हूं, तब तक आप भी सॉल्व कीजिए. करंट यील्ड इज इक्वल टू द annual coupon amount or payment divided by the market price multiply by 100. So what is the coupon rate? 7% as per the 1000 rupees becomes 70, and what is the market price is 950 into 100. If you can solve it, the answer would be 7.37 in this case. Okay, so B is the right answer. Great. बहुत अच्छे. Question number 19. A tech startup named FinSmart Solution want to raise capital by offering its shares to public for the first time. However, since it's a new and small company, it does not meet the strict listing requirement of main stock exchange. Instead, it decided to list its shares on a platform designed for small and medium enterprises to access the investors fund more easily. So which type of exchange FinSmart Solution most likely to list its shares in? बहुत ही आसान क्वेश्चन है. बेसिकली आपसे पूछा गया है कि ये सिचुएशन है इस पर्टिकुलर टेक स्टार्टअप कंपनी की and it want itself to get listed on a particular exchange in order to raise funds. बट उसकी ये लिमिटेशंस है. तो बताइए कहाँ जाएगा ये, कौन से किस टाइप ऑफ एक्सचेंज में जाके लिस्ट करेगा? गुड एवरीवन, एसएमई एक्सचेंज. अब ये क्वेश्चन तो बहुत आसान था मैम, दिस इज अ वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. What is the purpose of giving you such question? The purpose is you must know what is the type of exchanges. Commodity exchange, SMA exchange और कौन से होते हैं derivative exchange. तो आपको इन सबके exchanges और इनके features थोड़े बहुत पढ़ने पड़ेंगे so that you can solve such kind of case study type question, small case study type question. Question number 20. If an Indian company takes a loan in US dollars but its revenue are in Indian rupees, which of the following risk it is exposed to? ठीक है, अगेन आपको स्मॉल केस स्टडी दी है. दे आर सेइंग एक इंडियन कंपनी है, दे हैव टुक लोन इन यूएस डॉलर्स बट वट एवर द रेवेन्यूज दे आर गेटिंग आर इन इंडियन रुपीज ओनली. सो वट वुड बी द रिस्क इन दिस केस? वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. अगेन वेन एवर वी टॉक अबाउट मार्केट रिस्क, हम किस तरह के रिस्क और कितने कितने तरह के रिस्क है हमारे पास, टाइप ऑफ रिस्क, वो सब हम पढ़ते हैं हमारे फाइनेंस सिलेबस में. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, राइट. E is the right answer. Exchange rate risk. Exchange rate risk आएगा उनके पास. Whenever they are earning the revenue in Indian rupees, they have to pay that amount in dollars. The loan, whatever the loan amount is, they have to repay that amount in dollars. And for that, they have to pay Indian rupees. In case there is some volatility in the exchange rate, right? That volatility could hamper the, we can say, the loan amount. They might have given more rupees in order to buy those dollars and then pay back to that particular foreign company or the lender, right? Good everyone. Question number 21. Again, this is regarding the forex market. It says which of the following statement is incorrect? Incorrect पूछी है regarding the foreign exchange market. Yes, very important, and again I would mark it as very easy question. Let's see how many of you can solve it. You have to tell me the incorrect. Let's just read out. Forex market involves the trading of currency. True. Forex exchange market lead to depreciation or appreciation of the currency. That is also true. Forex trading affects the country's inflation directly. No, this is not true. They might impact the inflation indirectly, but they have no direct relationship with the inflation. So this is incorrect. Central banks can intervene to stabilize the currency. Obviously, they do intervene. It includes spot, forward, future market. True. So C is the right answer. Good everyone, great job. Question number 22. RBI's annual report of the Ombudsman scheme highlighted consumer protection awareness efforts. Which of the following has not been released by RBI to enhance the financial awareness? Now, why I have put such kind of question in your MCQ series of finance? See, financial inclusion is a very important chapter and very important element of your finance syllabus in the SEBI grade examination. Now, anything which is related to financial education, financial literacy, financial inclusion is going to be very important. Whatever schemes that are running right now by the government or by the RBI or by any other regulatory body, that becomes important for this examination. Right. So, question number 22. D is the right answer. Yes. Who gave me right answer? Learner 2710 and Andrew. Right, you have done a great job. So basically, Dhanrakshak guide is not released by RBI. There is no such guide which is being released by the RBI. However, there are some other guides that are being released by the RBI and is often seen in their, we can say, website as well. That is Raju and 40 Thieves. Be aware, the alert family, and then this is none of the above. This is incorrect in this case. So D is the right answer. Question number 23. In January 2025, SEBI released a nomination framework to improve and revise the nomination rules for mutual fund and demat account. As per the SEBI's new framework, nomination is mandatory in which of the following cases? Right? For whom this nomination framework is mandatory? You have to tell me the right answer in this case. Question number 23. I hope you are aware of the finance current affairs. Right? You can even guess in this question. So right. This is for all single holder accounts. Now nomination facility is for those only who have single holder account. They want to build or they want to implement a nomination framework or a culture of nomination in the mutual fund or demat account as well. Why? Because it is very difficult for the deceased family to get the funds or to get their portfolio back. So D is the right answer. D is the right answer in this case. Good everyone. Question number 24. Banking Laws Amendment Act 2025 is a legislative reform that came into force to modernize and strengthening the legal, regulatory, governance framework of Indian banking system. Under the Banking Law Amendment, unclaimed shares in trust bonds from public sector banks can now be transferred to dash. Now, Banking Law Amendment majorly give 5 reforms in their 2025 amendment, right? So those 5 reforms are very important. And this reform is one of them. Right. C is the right answer. That is Investor Education and Protection Fund. Under the banking law, now the unclaimed shares, interest, bonds from the public sector banks can now be transferred to such fund that is being operated by SEBI in this case. Question number 25. Under SEBI's 2025 Angel Fund Framework, consider the following statement about the lock-in periods of the investment. First is investment must be stayed in the startup for 1 year. If the shares are sold to non-promoter buyer, the lock-in can be reduced to 6 months. Overseas investment have a mandatory 18-month lock-in. Follow-on investment in the same startup are exempt from lock-in. Question number 25. Now this is the last question of your session. Tell me what is the right answer. So basically first and second statement is correct, right? They are correct. For overseas investment, there is no mandatory lock-in period of 18 months. There is just one we can say regulation for this, that is overall cap of 25% of investment applies to this particular investment, overseas investment. And for follow on investment in the same startup company, there is no such exemption that has been given yet. The lock-in period still applies. The regular lock-in period still applies. So in that case, first and second statement is correct. The third and fourth is incorrect. So A is the right answer. Okay, I hope you have liked our session. In case you want these PDFs, right, you can access these PDFs through the link. The link is given in the description below. You can click that link and access these PDFs. There would be two PDFs. One would be for the questions and one would be for the answers, so that you can check the answer and you will get the explanation too. Right now, this session has been ended. Today only we are going to start again at 5 p.m. another MCQ session of finance, wherein we are providing that particular another set of 25 MCQs in the course, that is SEBI crash course, right? In case you want to get enrolled in this SEBI crash course, you can simply contact our counselors and any kind of doubt that you have regarding this course can be resolved, right? I hope you have liked our session. Best of luck. We are going to meet again tomorrow at 4 p.m. with another finance MCQs, right? I hope you have liked the session. Best of luck. Keep on preparing for the examination. Okay, goodbye and take care of yourself.